What's up? David right here, and I'm grounded right here in my backyard. My tree, my lemon tree, my dog's over here, Rocky. But just grounded right here, and I had a couple thoughts in my head, and I wanted to reach out to each and every one of you guys. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about energy balance and really not being afraid of who you are and cutting that negative energy in your life. You could stay in a negative position or a negative loop if you're not precise on what to cut and knowing what serves you and what doesn't serve you. I know a lot of you guys, especially in your spiritual journey, you might hit a point where you can't relate to your friends anymore. Well, that's because you really can't anymore. The energy difference is just way too great. Your friends might still be down in a lower level in which they indulge in certain things that you just can't relate to anymore. That might be gossip, that might be going out and just drinking, or not using their time constructively the way you do. Or you just notice that you guys can't relate to a lot of things. Like, they're constantly complaining and you're here seeking new opportunities and stuff and like being optimistic about life. But I'm just here to let you guys know to not be afraid to really take that risk. Well, it's not even a risk. It's like you know what serves you and what doesn't. I'd recommend to meditate on it before, but just make sure you're in a place of clarity when you do decide to cut those old ties or those relationships that don't serve you. The spiritual journey is a hard journey in the beginning when you wake up to all the realities and the realities of your friends, the realities of yourself and of the world and the situation it's in. But it's really important to not be unmotivated and always know that you're guided. You have spirit guides guiding you and people guiding you. And don't be afraid, because everything that's shaken out, it's gonna become light. You're gonna get so much more from it. Even though it might hurt, and it might hurt a lot in the beginning, letting go of those old ties. They might have been childhood ties or ties that have been going on for like 5 years already or longer. Just know that you're gonna gain so much more from cutting those ties, and there's so much waiting for you. And you might not see it right now, but through time, you'll see that it'll feel better. And the thing about energy drainers or people who you can't relate to anymore, it's you have a certain amount of energy each day, and they could just drain it. Like, you'll be chilling, having a good day, improving a lot, and then all of a sudden they come at you and they're like, bro, like, this day's been terrible. Or just with some gossip and stuff, or like, bro, did you see what's on the news, what's on Twitter, what's on social media and this, and you just can't relate to it anymore. It just feels like wasting time, or just like doesn't feel right. So just be precise on what you want in life and really take control and really know that you can do what you want to do. And it's okay if people might think you're weird for doing what you do. Um, and nothing's personal. Even if you do let go of those relationships, it doesn't mean that you let them go for good, even though some you should let go for good. And only you have clarity on that. And as a friend, I'm letting you know, let go of what doesn't serve you and what you've known that doesn't serve you. I know comfort is something hard to let go of, and ties that we've had for a long time, but that comfort is just keeping you at a level where you can't evolve, and you know you should evolve, and your own being feels that you should evolve. That's why those, when you do hang out with those people or you do let that energy back into your life, you feel like it's not right anymore. You can't connect to it anymore. Don't be afraid to do it. Go out, ground, listen to nature, listen to everything around you. Even if you're alone, never forget that you have trees all around you in nature. They're always guiding you and they're sending you energy as well. So you're really not alone. It's just an illusion. You think you're alone or you feel like that. But like I said, the spiritual journey is a pretty tough journey in the beginning. You will notice that you're going to let go of a lot of friends, a lot of old habits that you might have done, and you're going to let go of your old self as well. And that could be really painful. Some people might have an identity with certain things they used to do, like maybe, oh, I'm that person who used to party a lot. I'm that person who used to be the top and just like be the best and like talk down on others. But just know that the change is possible and the transition is happening. Don't be unmotivated, like I said. And also go through your feelings fully. If you feel the pain of letting go of a situation or letting go of a part of yourself, or if you come to a realization of yourself that you don't like, accept it fully and go through the emotion fully. But at the same time, don't become identified with it. There's a difference with feeling an emotion, processing it, and becoming identified with it. So when you become identified with something, you automatically put a label on it. And you put a label for yourself on it, so it becomes part of your personality. That's a more concentrated form of just thoughts. You set an identity for yourself. It's part of you. You literally feel like it's part of you, and your ego uses that, and it literally does feel like it's part of you. That's why when someone says something against that or against who you think you are, it hurts so much, because you literally feel like it's part of you. So yeah, be careful on the identities you put on yourself, and be careful of processing your emotions not in the constructive way, in the way where you just like start thinking about them and you're like, you know what, like, damn, I'm not that good of a person, I'm not this, I'm not that, and then you become identified with it. Know that these moods and emotions come and go. What you are is peace, positivity, and love. Just as the tree is, you are as well. On purpose of life too, something I wanted to talk about. I know a lot of you might be confused on what the purpose of your life is, and it's a big question. Obviously, you want to know what the purpose of your life is. Well, I'd say that the purpose of your life is just to be and to feel joy. And everything else will come through that. Because you might be saying, like, oh, to be and to just be joy, like, that's easy to say, but like, what do you have to do that? Well, to be and to have joy, you got to be in tune with yourself, and it all happens internally. You got to find that balance by meditating, by doing the work internally and really understanding yourself, noticing your patterns, noticing your thoughts, because we're all computers and we're all like computers. We're not computers, but we're like computers, and we have a lot of patterns instilled deep in us. We've recorded everything that we've experienced in our subconscious and somewhere deep in us, and a lot of patterns are running us, and we're not conscious of them. When you wake up, when you start becoming spiritual, when you start self-realizing yourself, you take notice of these patterns. Even the way you walk is a pattern. It's a built-up of all your, you could say, karma, or all your experiences. The way you walk is a pattern. The way you look at things is a pattern. The very way you eat or sleep, the position that you sleep in, it's all patterns. And you could find these mental loops with meditation and with stillness, or even with just being in nature like this. In stillness, you find a lot of things of yourself. And when you could take distance from your mind and have awareness, you can accomplish this with much more ease, and it helps out. But I just want to say that don't be afraid to cut that negative energy. It's time for transformation. We are in Scorpio season right now, transformation and new beginnings. Ask for that help from your spirit guides too. Right now the veil is really, really thin to the spiritual and the physical, so you could get that knowledge easily. I've been having ear ringings a lot lately, and I know, and they happen in like moments that I need them to happen. So just know that you could always ask for help, and be still. Spend time in nature, find solitude, spend time alone, find that quietness, and you should find that balance. But I'm here for you. If you feel like you don't got any friends, I'm here for you. And you could always ask me questions or leave comments and stuff, and I'll help you guys out as much as I can. But like I said, don't be afraid to be you. Even if people think you're weird, don't be afraid to be you. Do not be afraid to be you, because you're amazing, and what you were meant to be here is to be yourself and to love yourself and to be yourself the most authentic way possible. Why are you gonna be fake for people who don't even care about you? For people who don't even care about themselves? The people who usually don't care about you, or are stuck in gossip and stuff, they don't even care about themselves that much to realize what they're doing, or like to just like notice their habits and stuff. They're not self-aware of it. So don't let that energy mess you up, and just be confident in yourself and know that your new spiritual family should come. If not, you got trees, you got mountains, you got puppies. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys found clarity with this light, and yeah, have a great day.